We are live.
Okay, we'll call this meeting to order. Please remember to mute your phones or computers when not speaking to avoid feedback. Has the roll call been taken?
Through the chair, roll call has been taken.
Okay, members of council, are there any pecuniary interest to declare on items appearing on today's agenda? Seeing none. Sorry, Councillor Carpenter.
Yeah, I know you gotta look around. It's okay. Yeah, item 5.1, request for instructions for an application on a recount. I declared a conflict on this before. The individual is a very good friend of mine. I'm declaring a conflict all the way through this one. Thank you.
Okay, well, we're dealing with the open meeting at the moment.
Yeah, last time I raised this issue, I was told I had to declare it at the very beginning, so I'm doing it.
Okay, so noted. Thank you. Seeing no others. There's one committee report on our agenda today prior to going into closed session. Councillor Van Tilburg, I believe you have it. Can you move it and state your seconder, please?
Yeah, sure can. Moved by myself. Where'd it go? I have it on my screen there. Okay, anyways. Yeah, that. Moved by myself, seeking a seconder.
Councillor Sullivan seconding.
That the 2023 Brantford Police Services operating budget submitted to the City of Brantford Estimates Committee be respectfully referred back to the Brantford Police Board.
Thank you. Questions, comments? Councillor Carpenter.
Thank you. I know that what attached to this was the suggestions, recommendations with funding approved by council to fund for 3 crossing guards, which I do support, and I don't think should have really been attached to this, but we've done a lot of strange things during this budget process. So I just can't support sending the police services budget back simply because the vote was lost on 3-2. Now that there's been a shuffling of the chairs on the deck, it might go the other way, 3-2. I'd hate to lose our police chief by way of this, so I won't support this.
Seeing no other questions, we'll call the vote. Guess what help was in the meeting.
The referral of the 2023 Brantford Police Services operating budget is lost on a recorded vote of 3-5. Members of council voting in favor are as follows: Councillors Sokoli, McCreary, Marn. Members opposed: Councillors Sullivan, Caputo, Samwell, Van Tilburg, and Carpenter.
Okay. Councillor Caputo, I believe you have the motion for first and second reading of the bylaw.
I do.
Well, it's confirming the decisions that are made.
Okay. Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Samwell. That leave be given to the mover and seconder to introduce the following bylaw for first and second reading. Bylaw preamble 16-2023. Bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the Council of the Corporation of the City of Brantford with respect to the special meeting held on February 13th, 2023.
Any questions, comments on the bylaw? Seeing none, we'll call the vote.
The first and second reading of the confirmation bylaw carries on a recorded vote of 7-1. Members of council voting in favor are as follows: Councillors Sokoli, McCreary, Van Tilburg, Samwell, Marn, Caputo, Sullivan. Members of council opposed: Councillor Carpenter.
And Councillor McCreary, I believe you have third reading.
You're correct, Mr. Chair, seconded by Councillor Samwell.
that bylaw 16/2023, having received a first and second reading, be taken as read a third time and be finally passed and signed by the mayor and clerk.
Seeing no questions or comments, we'll call the vote.
The third reading of bylaw 16/2023 carries on recorded vote of 7-1. Members of council voting in favor are as follows. Councillors Sokoli, McCreary, Van Tilburg, Samwell, Marn, Caputo, Sullivan. Members opposed, Councillor Carpenter.
Okay, with that, Councillor Sullivan, I believe you have the motion to go in camera. There we go.
Thank you, Chair. The council move in camera to consider the following. 5.1, request for the instructions on application for a recount 2023-186. 5.2, market compensation and pay equity review for exempt positions 2023-119. And 5.3, CAO exit update. And that was seconded by Councillor Samwell.
Thank you. And due to Councillor Carpenter's conflict, we'll separate 5.1. How do you want to do it, Chris? You want to do that one first or the other two? Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Councillor Carpenter, so this is for item 5.1, the request for instructions on the application for recount. So I put in e-scribe that you have a conflict, and so you won't be able to vote on this item.
Okay, so I'll leave the meeting. Thank you.
So Councillor Carpenter, so we have this vote. Okay.
Yes.
Councillor Van Tilburg.
Yes, for all.
So to go in camera for item 5.1 carries unanimously on a recorded vote, noting Councillor Carpenter's conflict of interest. Members of council voting in favor are as follows. Councillor Sokoli, McCreary, Van Tilburg, Samwell, Marn, Caputo, and Sullivan. Just have to vote on the remaining now.
Yep. We'll vote on the other items.
Yes. They will say yes. The motion to go in camera for items 5.2 and 5.3 carries unanimously on a recorded vote of 7-0. Members of council voting in favor are as follows. Councillor Sullivan, Sokoli, Caputo, Martin, McCreary, Samwell, and Van Tilburg.
Okay, we'll now take a short recess while members joining virtually join the in-camera portion and the rest of us move into the Charlie Ward room.